So there I was, lying on my kitchen floor trying to get a glass of water. My left leg had other plans. It felt asleep, on fire, and like it was being tickled. I'd made it halfway from the couch to the sink, but my foot just stopped working. Gravity did the rest. I ended up face to face with a dust bunny under the fridge. I tried to command my leg to move. Nothing. My brain was sending the signal. Lift leg, stand up, get water. But somewhere along the way, the message got lost. The absurdity hit me. I dance on national TV, but can't conquer my own linoleum. I started to laugh. Because what else can you do? This is what they call an MS flare-up. It doesn't announce itself. It just shows up, uninvited. So, my grand plan? I rolled. I log-rolled across the kitchen. I finally made it to a cabinet, hoisted myself up, and got that glass of water. It was the most triumphant glass of water I've ever had. Surviving an MS flare-up isn't about big victories. It's about the small, ridiculous wins. Like conquering your kitchen floor, one roll at a time. Sometimes you just have to laugh at the absurdity. That's life with MS, unpredictable, humbling, and occasionally hilarious. And that's just the start. And hey, if you enjoy rolling through this MS adventure with me, don't forget to hit that like button. Think of it as a virtual high five. Smash the subscribe button if you want more stories of triumph, chaos, and kitchen floor victories. Got your own floor is lava moment? Drop it in the comments below. I love reading your stories, and you might just help someone else feel a little less alone. Join our growing community of MS warriors, accidental acrobats, and everyday heroes. Thanks for watching, and remember, life might throw you curveballs, but together, we'll keep rolling with it. Stay tuned for more mishaps, meltdowns, and maybe a few dance moves. See you in the next one. Let's rewind. Flares don't just happen, they send warning signs. Mine started with brain fog. I'd walk into a room and forget why. Words would vanish mid-sentence. I started using wild hand gestures to finish my thoughts. Then came the fatigue. Not, I need a nap, tired. More like wearing a lead suit, tired. Getting out of bed felt like running a marathon. Making coffee felt like running another. I told myself I was just stressed, not sleeping enough. I became the CEO of I'm Fine Inc. But my body started sending stronger signals. The tingling in my leg went from a whisper to a shout. Pins and needles turned to numbness, then to that weird, fiery, ticklish sensation. My foot started to drag. Foot drop, they call it. I call it, my foot has left the building. That's when the fear kicked in, the kind that sits in your stomach like a stone. What's happening to me? Will I be able to dance again? The mental chaos is almost worse than the physical symptoms. Your mind races with worst-case scenarios. You picture yourself in a wheelchair, unable to do the things you love. It's a dark place. And it all led to that fateful meeting with my kitchen floor. That was rock bottom, but sometimes you have to hit the floor to realize it's time to get up, or at least roll. After rock bottom, I called my neurologist, getting an appointment like trying to get Beyoncé tickets. So while I waited, I turned to Dr. Google. Big mistake. 10 minutes in, I diagnosed myself with 17 rare diseases. I slammed my laptop shut and tried the holistic route. Acupuncture? I looked like a human pincushion. Did it work? Who knows, but I was very relaxed. Cupping? I looked like I'd been attacked by a giant octopus. At least it was a conversation starter. Detox. I drank so much kale and celery juice, I'm pretty sure my blood turned green. Some things helped. Clean eating, more water, less inflammation. Some things were just weird. Someone suggested I talk to my leg. I tried it. My dog looked concerned. It was a wild ride of trial and error, a buffet of wellness trends. I was desperate for relief, for anything that made me feel in control. Sometimes you just have to try everything, even if it means talking to your own leg. The journey to answers isn't always straightforward, but you keep moving, sometimes sideways, sometimes rolling, because doing something feels better than doing nothing. And hope is a powerful medicine. Finally, neurology day. The doctor said, we need to hit this flare-up hard. Steroids. 5 days of IV steroids. Liquid magic or maybe liquid chaos. The fire in my leg cooled. My foot started listening again. I could walk. I felt like I had superpowers. Energy for days. I wanted to clean, write a novel, reorganize my sock drawer. But then came the side effects. First, the moon face. My cheeks puffed up. I looked like a chipmunk. Then, mood swings. I'd cry at puppy commercials, then get mad about the dishwasher. I warned Mike, it's the steroids, not you. Probably, and the hunger. I ate everything, pickles, cookies, you name it. Everything tasted metallic, like licking a battery. It was a roller coaster. Feeling better physically, but bizarre emotionally. Steroids get the job done, but they take you for a ride. You just hang on tight and try not to eat all the pickles. Recovery isn't always pretty, but it's progress. And sometimes, that's enough. Onward. After the steroid circus, I realized doctors are experts, but they don't live in your body. I had to become my own advocate, my own medical detective. I got a notebook, a clipboard, and started tracking everything. Food, sleep, stress, symptoms. Patterns emerged. Dehydration made my brain fog worse, so I carried a giant water bottle everywhere. Sugar made my symptoms flare, so I cut back, even though I love sugar. It's about making hard choices. I had a neurologist, team prescription, and a holistic doctor, team Kale. At first, it felt like a custody battle, but I realized, why not both? I became the bridge between my doctors. I learned to ask questions, lots of questions. You have to be your own biggest advocate. I found brain training apps, little games that helped with memory and focus. All these little things, the water, the diet, the notes, the brain games, they added up. They gave me a sense of control when I felt like I had none. Living with MS is about stacking up small wins. It's about being persistent, curious, and hopeful. You can't control everything, but you can control your effort. And that makes all the difference. Keep investigating. So that's my story, a little drama, a little comedy, and a lot of learning. MS is like a long, unpredictable improv show. You get thrown a weird suggestion, like a numb leg, and you just have to run with it. Find the humor in the absurdity, even when you're rolling across your kitchen floor. This is just one chapter in my ongoing saga. If you want more stories, click the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Let's build a community here. Share tips, laugh at our symptoms, and remind each other we're not alone. The most important thing, hope. Flare-ups feel endless, but they're just a chapter, not the whole book. Things get better, build a support system, find reasons to laugh, especially when things are tough. Now go drink a glass of water, and maybe don't lie on the kitchen floor unless you mean to. See you in the next video.